All right, lastly, let's go over our lab 02 with makefiles. We talked about how you make rules with your makefiles. I have provided code that I want you to create a makefile for. So you don't have to write the code, you just need to write the makefile to compile the code in a certain way. All right?
Okay.
First off, you need to write rules to compile each of the CPP files into a .o file. Let me jump over here, go to lab 02. Notice that the files are in source. So they're no longer in the current directory, they're in source, but they're the CPP files. There are 3 of them. You should create 3 rules, 1 rule for each, to make the .o file for each one of them for list.cpp, main.cpp, and node.cpp.
So it was like the thing we did.
But now there's a source directory.
Okay.
Only slightly more complicated because now instead of just typing the file, you need to put directory / the file, aka source / main.cpp, source / whatever. Okay? That's all we're adding to it. Now, the object file should be created in an OBJS directory, in an objects directory. So you need to create by yourself the OBJS directory, and then when you do that -C, you need to tell it, look up how you in GCC, how you tell it where to put the object file. And then you can tell it to put in OBJS / and then you're good to go.
So Google.
You can Google it, yes. Use Google if you want. That's fine. Add, or not and, but actually add an all rule that compiles all CPP files to .o files into the object directory. After creating the .o files, link them into an executable file in lab 02. Make sure that's part of your all rule or a separate rule, depending on which way you want to make it. And then make a rule that runs your program with Valgrind. And then lastly, make a clean rule that removes your object files and the executable. So it's essentially what we just did. We're just packaging it all inside of a makefile. Okay? I've compiled the code before. It compiles. You can look at it. It's very simple, but it works. It's not clean, but that's okay. In case you forget, turn in via GitHub, ensure the files in your directory, add the files you want. You're going make sure you do a make clean. If you do a make clean, you do a make clean right here. You have a bunch of stuff. You just do git add *. It'll just add everything. And then you can do a commit. That way you don't have to add every file individually. And then you can do a git commit -m with the message, and then git push.
So just git commit -m.
How do you do the message then?
You git space commit space -m space start double quote the message in with the double quote.
And then you just press enter.
Mm-hmm.
That's not working.
Okay, I'll help you in a
You're
bit.
saying like double quote or like
Double quote.
like 2 sets of quotation marks?
No. That button.
Next to the enter.
It's not a double quote, that's just a quotation.
Yes.
All right, I'll help you in a bit. Any other questions? No questions on lab 2? Good. You have. Please enjoy Monday.
You will
No, we're celebrating MLK Day. Come on, Carla. Actually, does Charleston do a good MLK parade every year? In San Antonio, we had a huge MLK Day parade every time.
See, back in Lexington, it's not a big deal.
What?
Like we got a day off of school, but that was it.
Oh, you didn't do?
No
oh,
parade.
I don't think we do it in summer.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. That's
I
fine.
figured out my problem.
Well, that's it for now. I will stop the recording.
I don't know how I got to it.
Please email me if you have any questions.